What's up, YouTube? It's your boy BEARDABEAST, and we're back with another banger. As promised, 100 likes on the My Builder video. We're gonna drop the badges video. Now I think I'm gonna drop this in threes because I just did a long video. Man, that bit was like 30 minutes. I ain't gonna kill y'all with me putting this on the screen for 30 minutes and just talking. So I'm gonna do. It's got 3 categories right here. Let me get scoring, 13 badges, new badges scoring, ball handling, 7, and then 4 defense, 13, 7, 24, 24 new badges. Alright, so we'll talk about it in a second. If you want me to talk about this builder more, let me know in the comments because I can drop a video on that real quick. Because if you look at this chart, it's a 90 overall and you really ain't got no good stats. Now, if you want me to break that down and kind of say how strict I think the builder gonna be and kind of what you need to do, we can get into that. And we're almost at 40,000 subscribers, man. So I appreciate all the love. I appreciate y'all, sharing the videos, sending it to your partners. This is what we gotta do. This is, this is the way, comment and liking it. Y'all helping me push out to different audiences, get more views. Much love, I appreciate it, man. And we're almost at 40,000. We need 30 subscribers, so what I'm saying, just I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but go subscribe. Alright. So let's talk about the scoring for a little bit, and y'all like the way I was breaking it down with the pros perspective compared to the casual perspective. And shout out Google Pixel, man, because I ain't gonna lie, I like this. Now we're gonna start out with the float game. Now float game from a pro, I ain't using that. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't using no float game. Just because when I go to the paint, if I gotta throw up a floater, if it's not fast enough. If it's not a fast running floater, I'm not using that. I'm not using it because they're gonna block it. When I play it, it's guaranteed 7-1, 7-2, 7-3 in the paint. They blocking that. Now, if it's quick, fast, and it's glitchy, anything that's glitchy, I'm using it. Now, I'm gonna let you know now. If it's glitchy, I'm using it. But as a casual, for me to load up and hit you with a step back, hard and fade, running there, crab in the mid-range, floater over, I'm gonna use that for some clips to get on, to be like for content. But if I'm trying to be comp, I ain't throwing on no float game. I ain't lying to you. And I'm not throwing on no scooper. I ain't throwing on no scooper. Unless it's like, how quick drops, this year, they made an emphasis on not being able to block the ball from behind. If I get him on my hip or behind and they can't block it, I will use it. I will use it now. But if I feel like this is just gonna get swatted all the time. Like I can't see this being comp. Now, as I'm getting on with the guys and I'm wanting to see some realistic play, and what I'm saying, I'm gonna throw scooper on if I'm a little guard. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a big player, I don't even scoop at nothing. I'm trying to dunk something. But casuals, I'm getting on just hooping with the guys, float game, making some content, scooper. I'm with it. Now these next 3 categories: bunny, spin cycle, 2-step. As a casual and as a comp player, if you go into the paint and you dunking, you want these 3 right here. So bunny is like 2K19. When you go to the paint, you can hop and then dunk. The spin cycle, that's just spins. You know what I'm saying? It was glitchy too because people used to start in the left wing, run to the opposite elbow, right elbow, and spin around and dunk. That was duck specialty. And then you got your 2-step, your cradles, and your Euros. So if 2-step, if you could dunk off of these, you know what I'm saying? If you could dunk off of the Euro, they're gonna be glitchy. If this boosts your dunk success off of the bunny, the spin cycle, and 2-step, these are gonna be amazing. And with bunny, I'm thinking in spin cycle, if they actually give you like realistic animations or even glitchy animations. So like a realistic animation, I think they're gonna do a Bulldozer, but we'll talk about that in a second. But like a real animation, like a realistic animation. Say I got the step on them. When I hop step, I could play through the contact and still go up a little bit. The game don't be giving you everything like real life. So if I could just hop and they not take me out of animation as they did in 2K20, because it was so glitchy in 19 that when 20 came, they done with it because they seen people hopping and dunking all the time. But I think they bringing that back because that's what these badges are. So casual in the pro side, I'm digging the bunny, the spin cycle, and the 2-step. I'm liking all of those. I think you're gonna want to put those on. Now down to precision dunker. All right, those who utilize the skill dunk mechanic will receive an improved chance of flushing their dunker tip with precision dunker. Now, the skill dunk mechanic, that's the dunk meter, I'm assuming, right? That's the dunk meter. So if it's gonna give me a bigger green bar, I gotta see what that look like. I gotta see what that look like, because if it's just pressing square, and I'm gonna get more contact dunks, I'm gonna be able to dunk better in traffic, I'm putting that on. But the skill dunk mechanic, if it's just gonna be right stick dunking, that's kind of glitchy too. If it's actually gonna allow my dunk success to go up, you know what I'm saying, a lot, then I'm kind of rocking with that on from a pro perspective and a casual perspective. So I'm gonna want to see the dunk animations as a casual, and I'm gonna want to be able to dunk in traffic as a pro. Like, not saying you doing as a casual, but it's when I go hoop with my homies, I like to see the different, because I ain't got to sweat. It ain't sweaty. So that's why I'm giving y'all saying like a pro and a casual side, because when I go play with my homies, it ain't sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just chilling. I'm enjoying the game for what the game is. And to me, that's fun. When I go play in the 2K League, it's just sweaty, bro. You got to do the same moves, the same glitches over and over. Both teams are doing it. And it's just who could do it better and who could stop it better, basically. When I'm like going to go hoop in the rec or something, man, I'm bringing out Vince Carter Beal. I'm trying to Shaq, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be all the players. So that's why I'm giving y'all them perspectives. But precision dunker just depends on if it's a bigger green bar that's kind of souped up. I kind of like that on both aspects. But if I could dunk through traffic more, this just might be an all around good. If this badge allows dunk success more and more contact dunks, this is a good badge for both. I like it. I could say I like that from both aspects. Now, hook specialist, post fade phenom. They saying they don't want meta builds. If y'all want me to talk about the meta builds, so Wolf was added to the Dev team. Wolf been a lock gamer since I remember on 2K16. He been a lock 16, 17, 18. He been in the 2K League since season 1 all the way to season 5. He didn't retire because he sucked. He retired because he's like, man, I think he started a family. He went over to the Dev side, and he got a perspective of like, all right, this is how we get away from meta builds. You got to do what you kind of did to the 6'9". You got to dumb that 6'9" down, because everybody's running 6'9s, right? So you got to dumb down certain builds, but you got to add a variety of builds. So I think you're gonna be able to use a post score this year, especially with post fade phenom and hook specialist. And it's another one. I want to say it's big driver, but that's on the playmaking side, because you catch it face up like AD, dunk it and drive off of it, right? So I think the hook specialist and post fade, if you got this equipped, it's high enough and your attributes are high, I think you're going to be able to dominate somebody that don't have the strength and don't have the defense. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do to them over and over and over again. Now, if they got some defense, if they playing your drop step, you probably got to fade. If they playing your fade, you might got to face them up and use the big driver. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of their ways of getting away from meta builds. If y'all want me to talk about that, I'll go more in depth, but let's move on to open looks and spot finder. These are going to be sharp badges. Open looks is going to be, let's make sure y'all can see it. Y'all can read it off as a way to encourage sudden opportunities. Open looks will enhance a player's ability. So this is pro side, casual side. You want to use this badge because you don't want to miss open. It's just certain things you don't want to do in the game. You miss open, you look trash. Put this on until you get to a point to where it's like, man, it's open, I'm gonna knock this down. But I don't know what the shooting threshold is gonna be. Like, if you got a 75-3, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's gonna drop every time. But put this on until you figure out, like, all right, I don't need this. I can shoot without it. But spot finder is gonna be a sharp night. Like, this is dog. This is really good. So comp players are gonna use this a lot. Casual players they ain't gonna put this on a lot. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna want to use this. This is Dexing, right? So when in the 2K League, I'm throwing the ball like this defender. This my offensive player. Y'all can't see that. Yeah, I'm gonna use it anyway. This my offensive player. So I drive into the elbow, to the mid range. So let's say Kai's up here moving around, right? When Kai come this way, the defender gotta react a little bit, right? Because Kai's coming full speed. So when he move this way, as soon as he take a half step this way, I throw it, and I throw it into a drag pass. But to us, we just call it Dexing. So they basically added a Dexing badge. So spot finder is basically Dex and badge, and I can read it off to you. By utilizing the get open mechanic, R2 or right trigger to turbo, spot finder allows players to receive a speed boost off the ball to get an open space. So once you catch it, you have a higher chance of knocking the shot down. But the guys that like to move around, so this is going to allow sharpshooters, because you know it's being dual ball handlers. Your shooting guard got to be able to dribble, it's got to be able to whatever. The way the builder is looking, dog, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to sacrifice. So sharpshooters may come back into play. So I think that's gonna be a really good badge for comp. I don't think the casuals put it on too much, but if you do, you're probably gonna be dogging, especially if your point guard can pass. Now, whistle. If it's cheesy, I think this is gonna be a badge to get patched. So early in the year, you're gonna be able to use it, and then people are gonna complain, especially in Rec Pro, like, oh my gosh, this dude getting fouled 3, 4 out of 5 times to the paint, like this is cheesy. Then they're gonna tune it down and it won't be worth a nickel. But if I'm playing somebody for money off the rip, game come out, somebody wanna wager, whatever, I'm putting this on because I know it's gonna be glitchy off the rip. It's gonna be glitchy. So that as a pro, you wanna play towards the glitchy stuff, the RNG. You want the game to bail you out. When I'm casually playing, I ain't about to get on here and just try to draw fouls. I'm trying to do some moves. I'm trying to look good. I'm trying to sauce somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna work early, then it's gonna get patched. I could be wrong. It could be opposite. It could suck early and then they turn it up a little bit later. But that's gonna be a badge that fluctuates, I feel like. Not saying the other ones won't, but I think that one it's gonna be nerfed or buffed, and it's gonna be that's a hard line to find. That's a hard line to find, because you bank it on something that you can't control. It's gonna be RNG in the game. Free points, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't using this. Cause it's only like a small, minute part of the game that you could use this at the end of the game. Maybe one person at the end of the game we throw it to, we know it's gonna be knocked down, he'll put this on, but yeah, I ain't putting this on just because it don't affect the game that much, and you only get a certain amount of time to affect the game. So from a pro aspect, nah, you don't get enough usage out of that badge. But from a casual aspect, like, oh, the game on the line, I'm gonna seal the deal. Like, I bet, I get it. Now, Bulldozer, I could go into a whole nother video about Bulldozer. I'm not gonna lie. And if y'all want me to, let me know, because I had the bully badge. I was like the first one to put everybody on the bully build last year. I think this is a better version of that. I think it's tweaked, because last year, you could run into the paint and you could bully somebody and lay it up. Now you could bully somebody and dunk. So I might be back out there with the bully badge, dunking, causing havoc, but I don't know yet though. I don't know. I gotta see how it goes. And just to give y'all a little defense side of it, like the immovable forcer, that directly goes against Bulldozer. Now, if y'all want me to talk about that Bulldozer badge more, I will do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments, man. But I'm gonna do a part 2 of this. I'm gonna do the ball handling next. I told you it'll go 30 minutes me talking about the badges. So make sure y'all tell me y'all want the video, and I'll probably drop this in like an hour or two right after I get some engagement on the first video. But appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. It's your boy BEARDABEAST. We out.